Darren, a second away defeat. Your reflection on what must be a disappointing result?
Very disappointing result, and a very disappointing performance in the first half. Just didn't play with any conviction. What I've just said to the players, we've got to play with more belief. We felt it was a game we can come and win. Second half a lot more like ourselves, a lot more chances, but we didn't play with enough felt belief and conviction in the first half. We had a period, 10-15 minutes, we got control of it, but I don't think we had a shot on goal, which is most unlike us. And then we got a spark from Dems when he should score, from 3 yards. And I said to the players, if we get one, I think we'll get two, because I know what this place can be like. It'll turn quick. So yeah, I'm disappointed with the result. Very disappointed with the result.
Yeah, especially after those sort of confidence-building performances against Derby and Cardiff. Is that what sort of made it more disappointing? The fact that they've played with that lack of belief, given what they've achieved earlier this week.
I just didn't think we had enough conviction, and then it was 10-15 minutes where we stopped doing what we worked on in terms of the areas we knew we'd get in against them, which we did well. The outside centre-halves were a free pass all the time. And to be fair, Whiteman's hit the bar and Sinclair's had a good chance. And we managed to just get through that period and get into half-time. Spoke to the players at half-time about if it wasn't working the first 10 minutes, the second half we would change a couple of things. But to be fair, we started the second half very, very bright. And much more like ourselves, we got Wardy 1v1s, we got Dembele running in behind. We started causing them a problem controlling the game. We were always a little bit open to the counter-attack, but we just needed that goal. The Dembele chances were a big, big chance in the game.
Yeah, because as you've already said, you score there, you're confident your team pushes on.
I think we would have, and unfortunately we didn't. And quite frankly, we have got an issue. And listen, I can say it because our next opponents will watch the game. We're set pieces. We've brought in Andy Butler to help, and it's not his fault because we line up accordingly. We're just not aggressive enough. First goal, just headed it in from 4 yards, and they had 4 free headers within 2 minutes in the second half. So that's something that we need, because this championship's about set pieces. A big part of it's set pieces. But no, second half we were much more like ourselves, still having to nourish some of them through it in terms of Dems. He was just getting into these feeling cramp, have to take him off. Obviously Jack came on and was sharp, and Sammy were.
Yeah, but you haven't really got a fully fit forward, have you?
No.
It's very tough at this level to get away with that.
Yeah, it is, but we've got to plug that than we did in the first half there. And I'm not saying any different to what I said to my players in the dressing room. I wish I could see the belief in them like I believe in them, because I think we can have a really good season. But you can't switch off for a second. You cannot switch off for a second. And in the first half, you cannot perform like that. That's nowhere near what we're about. And we can't make this a habit of not performing as well away from home as we do at home, because our away record last season wasn't that bad.
Obviously, without Captain Mark Beavers
Yeah.
today, it's obviously a big loss. You mentioned the difficulty in defending set pieces. Is there any more news, Darren, as to how long he might be out for?
So he's done a hamstring, grade 2. We expect him to be out for probably 8 weeks. But to be fair, 4 of those are international weeks, so that is the benefit you get in this league. So I reckon, look, if I had to put games on it, I'm reckoning 6 or 7 games.
And does that force the club to look at other options?
No. We've got enough cover. We felt that with the squad we had enough cover in that area. With Josh Knight coming back, with Ronnie Edwards we've got as well. I don't think we need to panic. Like I say, he will probably miss 6 or 7 games. It happens over the course of a season. There is 1 or 2 areas we still need to probably look at, but we're going to have a chat next week and go through it then.
Yeah, it's a funny balancing act that you're having to play. Some people look like they might be playing with Knox, Johnson, Clark Harris certainly limping in the second half, and some needing minutes. So it was good that players like Marriott got some minutes under his belt.
Well, Jack looked sharp. That's as sharp as he's looked. So that's a positive. I thought Sammy looked sharp when he came on. These two are big players for us, big players. So I was pleased. Jack linked up with Jono a couple of times and did well. So, but I wanted to start those two up front again because I felt they played very, very well together on Tuesday. Jono's carrying 2 or 3 different things that are going on with him. But I thought as the game went on, he actually got stronger, which he sometimes can. Look, I'm not getting away from the fact that we're all disappointed to lose a game because, like I said before, we felt it was a game we could win.
Yeah, and obviously with West Bromwich Albion up next, it doesn't get much easier. There are tough games all the time in the Championship, but you're hoping for a renewed performance.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to remember that in this league it can be tough, and the fine margins are really going to separate a lot of points this season. That's why you see so many draws in the Championship. The fine margins. Defend the set piece. Defend the set piece for your life, like we did against Cardiff for the main. Free header from 4 yards. That's a problem. That is a problem, and that gives them the confidence. When this place, there was talk of protest. There was talk, and I know they started the season well, but they're a good team. It gives them the confidence, and psychologically the game changes.